Okay, so let's quickly talk about the last two sections of Google Analytics and how to kind of interpret some of the data. So this is the behavior section. What we can see here is, and what I like to focus on specifically is your site speed. So you want to make sure that your site speed is loading, at 5 seconds or less for both the desktop and mobile. And Google actually does a really good job of telling you, exactly how long these load times are. So we see that I am not doing that, and that I should be, doing more optimization from this perspective. We can narrow it down by page. We can look at the browser. A lot of this higher load time comes from my membership platform that has a ton of videos that have to load, and we did a lot of optimization as far as loading. That's not important right now, but what is important is actually understanding how to fix it. And so Google does a really cool thing here, and you guys, I hope you enjoy this. Like, most people probably would not show you their Google Analytics account as closely as I am, but I want to really try to talk through every single part of this to show you how you can make these same things. So like with your Shopify site, you'll see every single page you have. You'll see the average load time here. And you want this to be as little as possible, right? If this was 0 seconds, that would be perfect. So let's just take one of these, for example, like my webinar registration. So it looks like it has suggestions for me. So this is cool. It'll actually analyze it for you, and it'll tell you, how you can go about making optimizations to actually increase your speed. And if you don't feel comfortable from a technical perspective doing this, you can. So you can go reach out to people on Upwork for for speed, like page load time optimization, or internet speed specialists and things like that. Just do some searching there. So we can leverage browser caching. It even tells us how to fix it, which is fantastic. Minify CSS, the cascading style sheet. Optimize the images, which I definitely should do and will actually take a note of right now. And so yeah, so it tells you exactly how long it is. If this is like super long, and you're seeing in your Google or in your Facebook ads that you're getting a bunch of clicks, you're getting a bunch of traffic, but then you see that your load time is like 37 seconds for some crazy reason, then nobody in their right mind is going to click a Facebook ad and wait 37 seconds to be able to see a product or see a Shopify store and buy something. So you want this to be between 3 and 6 seconds, kind of at the max. And if you need help actually fixing this, post into the private Facebook group, or find somebody on Upwork. There's lots of people out there who optimize websites for speed and caching and things like that, who are super cheap. You can find them for $10 to $20. I've hired them before. And so the last thing that we want to talk about, guys, is conversions. So conversions is actually set up very beautifully and succinctly with Shopify. And what I mean by that is the e-commerce setting. So since we're not actually viewing my my Shopify store, since we're viewing my official Kevin David page, the e-commerce tracking is actually not going to be enabled. But what this is, guys, is it's a snippet of code that you can basically include anywhere you want, and it'll show you things like transaction data, all of your product sales. It'll show you the purchase amounts. It'll show you billing locations. So maybe most of your sales are coming from Los Angeles, California. Then obviously you'd want to scale your ad spend into Los Angeles, California. It'll tell you things, like how to segment and analyze the data from your specific Shopify site, like literally the relationship between your marketing campaigns from Facebook and Instagram, your user engagement, all types of transaction information, which products are selling the best. And it's all organized for you very, very clearly in the conversion section of Google Analytics. Like product performance, sales performance, transactions, time to purchase. They have all types of information here, guys. And so, the moral of the story here is, dive into Google Analytics. If you have questions about the data, post them in the student group. I want everybody to be able to interpret this and feel comfortable, and like I always say, not be overwhelmed, guys, because that is the key to being a successful entrepreneur. Never allowing yourself to be overwhelmed. And that's why I'm here. That's why the other students in the private group are here, and we're all going to get through this together, I promise. So let's get into actually how to interpret your Facebook pixel, and how to actually expand into other ad platforms. So I hope you enjoy this one, guys, and let's get to the next.